Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go. It's Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that throw behind his man. He missed it, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On second and goal, Mahomes. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big one here early in the Super Bowl. It's third and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Purdy to throw it on first down. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On second and 10, Purdy. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Purdy with it on third and long. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up fourth down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Holding offense.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run on the draw. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. Now on 2nd and 16. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's out right at the 25. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw, Purdy. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. And this pass going to be caught by Hardman. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Play action. Now Purdy. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run once more with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Purdy. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where's prime.
Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco, 27 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Now here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And again, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On second down, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Purdy. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Purdy off the play fake. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 32 on the play. Throwing here, Purdy. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal. And this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, what if they'll come back and haunt them later on?
KC's offense ready to take over. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Kwity Paye. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Purdy. Pressure comes and down he goes. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he showed off the athletic Jude. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And take it right on the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 64 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Purdy to throw it on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 4 yards remain for second down. Here's Purdy. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. On first down, it's Purdy. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He finds Taylor, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Taylor. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Niners are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Tony. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. To the right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, Purdy. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. After the sack on 1st down, Purdy over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down on 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 24, Purdy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Pitts, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this up to midfield. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Taylor. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 16, a little over a minute to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Mahomes to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints first time.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now it's Mahomes again. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd make 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in
see the hugs, you see the guys cheering, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.